Khorshid. I teach at Southwestern College. I teach photography classes at the beginning and intermediate level. So we have beginning digital photography and intermediate digital photography. I also teach a lab class. Here is my work at the California Center for the Arts. I am photographing the edicole sacre, which means sacred altars. So I studied architecture. That was my first degree before I studied fine arts. And it sort of came full circle for me with looking at the architectural elements through the photographic lens and understanding how these photographs depict the culture of the city and the culture of the Catholicism that exists in Italy. These are altars that are built by the community and added on to the existing exterior walls and existing spaces of the historic city. Currently, my work takes place in Naples, Italy. Although these sacred altars are found throughout Italy in every city, at busy intersections, in the historic center, or even in the fields of the countryside. What I enjoy about photographing these altars is that they express the religious ritual integrated into daily life of the community. Since they exist outdoors within the urban fabric, they also depict an intersection between the public and the private, the sacred and the profane, the sacred and the secular. The altars often exist in a space where you might also enjoy the surroundings, where you can find elements of the city, like the piazza that they're in. Here we see Piazza Bellini, which is an important historic piazza in the city of Naples. And you also find advertising, you find prayer cards, you find religious candles and fresh flowers, as well as the streetscape and the urban environment surrounding the altar, such as the elements of the graffiti and various advertisements. And there is a plaque that has been placed here, and it says in Italian, "Rispettiamo almeno la Madonna," which means we respect at least the Virgin Mary. And often you have a very clearly depicted holy figure. In this sacred altar, it is called Sant Antonio di Padova, and it's found on Via San Gregorio Armeno. Via San Gregorio Armeno is an important street in Naples where during the day, the religious presepe, which are the nativity scenes, are sold during Christmas time, and other artisanal artifacts. Here, during the day, this whole cabinet would be covered with characters and figurines that are for sale, and you wouldn't be able to see this little window, which actually depicts the souls in purgatory. And I photographed this at night, as you can see from the artificial lighting creating color casts and shadows throughout the altar. You also have some graffiti here, and this is a bad word in Italian, I won't say what it is, but you have a juxtaposition between the sacred and the profane. At first, I went to Italy in 1998 to study architecture, and I brought a camera with me. Now I go to Italy to photograph, so it just sort of flipped a little bit, but I'm photographing the architecture and how it depicts society.